Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to show you how to make a steamed vegetable pudding. So, as I show you how, please sit back, relax with a cup of tea in hand, of course, putting those feet of yours up to, and please enjoy this episode. And don't forget to subscribe. In this episode, we'll be sharing our recipe for a deliciously moreish vegetable pudding, which should sit comfortably with some of our other delicious savoury puddings that await you on the channel. Step by step, you'll be shown how to make this simple vegetarian pudding before a session of tasting at the end in order to deliver our verdict. So now, with the introductions made, and your interest peaking, please allow me to introduce the ingredients to you. For today's Brilliantly British vegetable pudding, you will need some baking powder, some plain white flour, some butter, some red currants, sultanas or raisins. You will need some carrots, some parsley, some rosemary, some sage, some eggs, onions, garlic, fresh uncooked beetroot, some celeriac, and some milk, followed by a little pinch or two of salt and pepper to avoid the occurrence of bland food. And that, my friends, is all, yes, all that you will need for today's Brilliantly British vegetable pudding. But before you get started, before you do anything at all, please switch on your kettle, brew yourselves a nice cup of hot tea so that you can sip on that whilst you cook. To prepare a fantastic vegetable pudding in a food processor or with your fingertips, combine flour, baking powder, parsley, sage and rosemary, followed by salt and pepper and the incorporation of butter. With the dry elements taken care of, combine eggs and milk before incrementally whisking in your dry mixture, adding freshly crushed garlic, chopped carrots, celeriac, onions and your dried fruit with your chopped beetroot to finish the pudding batter. The batter should then be transferred into a heavily greased and floured pudding mould and then vigorously knocked in order to remove any pockets of air before a greased double pleat folded sheet of baking paper was set atop under a single pleat folded sheet of foil. And with both sheets in place, take your time to first secure and then wind string around the rim of your bowl if it happens to be simple in form. Otherwise, carefully wind string into each groove of your bowl before fashioning a string handle, which should make the job of removing the pudding when cooked a lot safer and easier. To cook the pudding in a deep and suitably sized pot of boiling water, set a pastry ring or a fashioned ring of foil at the bottom, seating the pudding securely thereafter, before covering and allowing to steam while maintaining the water level, which should be kept at the pudding bowl's midriff. Moments later, with the pudding cooked and with it removed and set to one side to rest, optionally take the time to heat up some stock. The recipes for several stocks are available, by the way, on our channel, which once hot should be thickened with a corn flour slurry to form a delicious gravy. After resting, the pudding was carefully unwrapped and uncovered to reveal this wobbly, steamy vegetable pudding. So now, with a pudding made and your interest peaking, I think it's high time for tasting, tasting, tasting. Are you ready? Are you steady? 3, 2, 1. Now, for those of you, most of you who will not have had a pudding like this before, it takes some getting used to. It's savoury for a start, something that will be a bit of a shock to your palate. It's lovely and satisfying, surprisingly satisfying, at least in my opinion. You've seen the way a fork just glides through it like butter. That is exactly how it feels in texture. It is delicate really moist, textured as well because you've got the varied vegetables in there. Some sweet and tarty notes come through as well as a result of the dried currants. It's brilliant. And as I said, on its own, it can be enjoyed with a lovely, lovely gravy. A gravy of which is based on our vegetable stock. Follow the link up there to learn how to make that stock yourselves. But this can also be enjoyed as one of many trimmings to go along with the centerpiece of a beautiful Sunday roast. A beef joint, a piece of chicken. It's fantastically versatile and deliciously simple. So look, with all of that being said, please, please, please go out, get the ingredients, make this steamed vegetable pudding, please, because you ought to try it at least once, if not twice, perhaps even thrice. Make this pudding, please. Thank you all for allowing me to show you how to make a steamed vegetable pudding. Knowing that you loved this episode, don't forget to click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button so that you don't miss any of our new releases. Tell everyone, and I mean everyone, that you know about the Brilliantly British food on this channel, and follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on, and I will see you